What's up, YouTube? Hey, listen, give me just a second. I just realized at this very moment, I have very little voice. Um, it's amazing how you go around, you think you're talking, and you're not. Let's go ahead and bring Periscope on. In a moment, I want to grab some Instagram. Hello, guys. Give me a second. Let me. Just came in from the store. It is wet, rainy, and cold. Wet, rainy, and cold. And I have run into so many people with germs that the germs are all over me. So let me get this shared out. Hold on, let me turn that down. And let me get this shared out a couple places. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, it is not on there. Why are you not on there? Let's just go turn them on. I hope everybody's having a good day. I'm gonna be kind of quiet for a minute while I figure out what all I'm doing here. Let me see. Somebody, there we go. There we go. Okay, I got it. Oh man. Now that I'm standing here, I'm realizing how weak I am. It's not on the list. Why is it not on the list? checking my ingredients. Oh, Lord, hello everybody. Hey, Lauren. I was trying to check these ingredients. So basically, what I'm doing tonight, I'm gonna prep. I'm gonna prep some things that I might finish. I thought that show was coming on tonight. I don't know why I thought it was possible. I guess it comes on Wednesday. Let me get my apron on. I've been trying to get in the kitchen like all day. I've been literally trying to get in all day. Hey there. I have been trying to get in all day, and um, it's so cold and wet and rainy outside. I was like, let me just take it on back in because I'm probably not gonna be feeling good. And let's see. I'm confused. My app's messing up on me. Okay. I think now I can go and look at that. All right, let me see. Why do I still have this in here? All righty. Hey guys. Okay, let me see. It's like come in. I had a whole bunch of energy, and I'm like, now it's like, oh my god, I feel like I'm catching a cold. So I was looking at the pasta grannies. Y'all know I've been on, so I'm not gonna pull out the pasta thing tonight. What I am gonna do is I need meatballs. So what I'm gonna prep the meatballs, because in my mind, I think I could just roll in the kitchen and knock this stuff out. But then I was thinking I hadn't fully decided on the pasta recipe. There is one where I could go, you guys seen this, I could go 80-20 all-purpose semolina, or a little bit more leaning toward the semolina. And I'm looking at these two different dishes. One of them, she just basically went with, it was a real, and then the other one, which is what I want to make, I think I can knock it out. So so what I'm going to do is go ahead and get these meatballs prepped. I think that's probably all I'm going to have. And I was thinking that my show would be on and I could do this and watch my show. So I have got, and I'm actually combining, the confusion is I'm combining two things. One, because the pasta dish is basically just some simple pasta and sauce. But there's a meatball that I saw the recipe for the meatball. I'm like, I really want to try those meatballs. I have never been one to do the meatballs with the breadcrumbs and the cheese. I saw one and I was like, oh, I want to try that. So let me grab a bowl here. Couple of bowls. And I think while I was trying to run a shop with I had a list, but I think as I was making my list, I had two distinct dishes in mind. Okay, I had two distinct dishes in mind. The kitchen cam is running up on YouTube if you want to see the whole kitchen or a bit larger view. So now I have, let me see. So one recipe calls for, and this is so simple. Oh my goodness, simple. Hold on, let me catch that. I gotta update Periscope on this phone. I can't. I have to catch it when I come back. One recipe was just basically bacon and tomato. Isn't that like crazy? Like it's like almost like a BLT, right? It was bacon and tomato, and then you added a little bit of sauce to it. So that's what that is. And then the other one was meatballs, but this one is bacon, tomato, a little bit of tomato sauce, and some cream. So I got a tomato sauce, and I got some cream. I got some cream to go in it. And the funny part about it, the history of it was, it's a regular dish, but if you had a good week, you then add the cream because ordinarily you wouldn't have cream, and that just you know how I love the history of dishes, right? And I'm like, oh wow, so they would not have put cream in it every time. You know, we live in that kind of world today, but back then they would not have put cream in it every time. It was cream in it was a special day. It was a Sunday because then you were going to take the cream from something else and put it in there, right? And so when I saw her put that cream in there, I was like, oh my God, that has got to be good. Bacon, tomato, I want to say, was there parsley? No, bacon, tomato. Let me think. I think that was pretty much it. The bacon, tomato sauce, and I'm sure a little bit of parsley for some green, and then adding that cream to it. And then I was thinking about some paprika up in there, and so forth and so on. So not so exciting, just a prep night, So, and then on the other one was I've been trying to learn, and I only did it in my mind. I've been trying to learn these different. All weekend, I have been binging on the pasta videos, trying to figure out, watching the technique. I've been just binging on technique of making all those different pasta shapes. And any of you have seen, there are videos, umpteen thousand million videos out there that you can watch them make all the pasta technique you ever wanted to make, right? And pasta, not necessarily being a part of my culture, is not something that I've ever seen anybody make. You know, we have like a dumpling. I've seen some people, throw together a dumpling or something like that, but not necessarily pasta. And somewhere around the holidays, I started trying the pasta dishes. So, prepping meatballs, and one of the things that I know for me, one of the things I used to rebuke all the time was breadcrumbs. If I saw breadcrumbs in a recipe, I'm like, I hate breadcrumbs. I got breadcrumbs, y'all. I've got breadcrumbs. Now, the recipe, let me grab my book. So after watching all the videos, I came up with kind of what I wanted to make. And the pasta was a tagliatelle, which this woman, a pasta granny, made with a kilo of flour and 11 eggs. I don't even know how to begin to reduce that to what. Because you know me, if I'm making something, I just want to use a cup of flour. I just want to use a cup and a half of flour. I barely want to use 2 cups of flour because I just feel like that's a lot, right? And I don't know who she was cooking for, but honey, she was 90, maybe, I don't know how, they're usually 70 to 100 plus, right? She did a kilo of flour and 11 eggs. That was the tagliatelle. And what I like about that is that the one that had the strip with the long strips? Okay. She made her dough and she let it rest. All right. There's no way I can even do that. Okay, yeah, that's the one that had this filling. Now, the filling was your simple ricotta, a little bit of nutmeg, 2 eggs, salt, spinach with garlic, and some Parmigiano cheese, right? And then I have here Oh, spread the mixture. Okay, so that's one dish. Then I have the meatballs on the other side. Okay. Now, basically, what it looked like, it was almost like a ravioli. She just made it thinner and didn't cut it. So it's almost as if it's like a stuff. I don't even know what to call it. It was just imagine a thin ravioli and just kind of long. So you had these long, and it said it wasn't a tradition, not a traditional dish. So just basically, if you made ravioli and didn't cut it and just let it stay kind of lengthwise, but thinner, not like your regular inch or 2 inch square. It's probably about a half an inch thick and very thin, but it had a stuffing, and the stuffing was your basic ricotta and spinach. And then she put it in the sauce, which was the tomato made from the bacon. She used pancetta, I think, and tomatoes, sauce, and cream cheese. Very simple, right? You thinking, okay, some flour, some eggs, make the pasta, make the stuffing, fill the pasta. And basically what I loved about it was that she didn't have to go through a whole bunch of routine. She just basically, she rolled out her pasta in basically a circle. She she did half of it, just covered half of it with the filling, and flipped the other half over that, sealed that off, and then just cut it in the strips, right? In my mind, I could do it as simply as she could. But mind you, she's had 70 years of making this thing, and I have not yet had a one. So that was one recipe dancing in my head. And then of course the what do I have down here? The sauce again was some oil. Okay, oil, bacon, tomatoes chopped, and tomato sauce, and then cream. That was simple as that. But then these meatballs kept dancing in my head, and the meatballs were meat, eggs, breadcrumbs, milk, garlic powder, parsley, pepper, cheese. Pretty much the same thing as if we were going to do a meatloaf, just basically adding in, I can't think of anything. I guess I need to chop some parsley. I feel like I got too much stuff around. I got a basic Italian breadcrumb. So I'm going to figure out what I got going on here. Let me make some room. Let me grab me a cup of lemonade. So I think I will do this one tomorrow. I'm going to put about 2 eggs in this dish. I'm going to put 2 eggs in there. Look like maybe an egg. Look at that. Is this a real egg? Why has it got extra shell? I ain't never seen a blemish on an egg like that. Interesting egg. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put about 2 eggs in there. So I'll put that up. This one I think we'll do tomorrow. We're going to cook tomorrow. I'm not going to try to bust out any pasta tonight. I could go ahead and knock out that bacon. So let's prep our meatballs. All right, and I'm gonna need my little cutting board to do. Oh, that's over there. I'm gonna use the cutting board to chop some pasta, and the cheese is going. Which one? The pecorino. Pecorino is going in this. The other one is going to do. Ricotta is going in the fridge. Wait a minute, ricotta. Oh, that's another. So it's like 3 elements to this. The stuffing for the pasta. Ricotta is in the stuffing. The ricotta and the spinach is the stuffing for tomorrow. All right, and then I needed some garlic powder. Garlic powder goes in the meatballs, and I had no garlic powder. And notice it was garlic powder, not fresh garlic. Oh. For those, I don't know if I showed you that. Well, we were live on Periscope. When I talked about the gadget we got this little boy here. Remember we've been trying to find something small. There it is. I got this, the Ninja, and I've always been team NutriBullet, but I was looking for something by which to, just a little chopper, and I wanted something a little bit better than what I've been seeing on the shelves. So I ended up with that. So we'll go ahead and get that out the way there. And it's a 2 for 1 because you get your blender with it. So that's now on. If you notice, I've moved the books. The books are now over here. So we got that. So, and again, even with the meatballs, the Italians, they do a lot. So we're gonna just cut this down just a little bit here. We're not gonna do. Did I just open oil in here? Italians are usually cooking for a lot, and I'm just cooking for a couple people. So let me get this out the way here. So, and we're gonna use the rest of this parsley tomorrow in the other dish. Hello there. Thanks so much for coming in. Thanks so much for tapping the hearts. So I went out and did a little shopping, late shopping, late cooking, and so what I'm doing now, I'm gonna put this in the fridge, trying to save that for tomorrow. I thought I had more energy than I thought. You know, I was like, my eyes were bigger than my energy. My eyes were bigger than my energy. I was thinking in my mind, I had a lot of energy. I was like, oh, I can run to the store. I'll run home and make this. Now I've got home and the house is all quiet. I've got home and the house is all quiet. And now I'm like, I don't have as much energy as I thought. So let's get us a glass of lemonade. Blackberry lemonade. There's a video on my timeline. You can see how we make the lemonade. This is, we do not squeeze the lemon, we do not peel the lemon, and this is lemon and blackberries. And as you can see, I have enough so I don't have to make lemonade today. I actually made some yesterday. But what I am going to do is I'm going to refurbish my lemonade. I got a pack of blackberries. So tomorrow we'll put just the blackberries on. We don't need lemon. I've learned a technique through baking called feeding. So what we've been doing all week is we've been feeding the lemonade. When we drank the first batch down, I had a couple lemon and I fed the lemonade those 2 lemons. So tomorrow I'm going to feed the lemonade some blackberries. So I'm kind of alternating and keeping it. Let me give this a little bit of a rinse here right quick before I cut it. All right, so what's going on? So basically, the recipe in and of itself called for a lot. And like I said, I'm usually cooking for myself. If it looks good on live stream, family members will eat. They'll show up. They'll be like, oh, okay, we're going to eat that with you. Neighbors are starting to like, yeah, what was that? I was smelling. It's so funny. It's so funny. Friends are like, oh, I saw your thing. You cooked something today. Did you have any leftover this or that? I have no idea how to cut this, but it smells good. Now, like I said, the recipe, the video that I saw, they don't give a lot. They don't give a lot away as far as their recipe. You literally have to like watch it 1,000 times. So I'm putting some parsley in there, and I need to grab some photos. This has got to be a photo prep. So I'll be quiet on the set. Faithful. No, wait a minute. Faith Fulton. Okay, am I saying that right? Hello there. Oh, that's a nice picture. I love great pictures. You guys can tell, I don't know if you can tell, I feel kind of weak, I sound kind of weak. That's just a nice color right there. So this is actually, believe it or not, it's probably one of my first, Faithful to His Will, laughing out loud, a pastor from Delaware. Hi there, I saw the His Will, I'm like, I don't know. This might be the first time I'm actually making a real meatball, y'all. And again, I'm really kind of having to wing it on the recipe simply because the video that I was watching, it was kind of either it was part restaurant or part huge family. Thank you so much for enjoying the scope. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and do a measurement. I'm going to say, I mean, usually everything is like a cup. You know, everything is like a cup. So we're going to go with a cup of breadcrumbs. I think with a meatball, I don't think you can go wrong with a meatball. And I seem like I remember a cup and a half. This is a seasoned breadcrumb. So I'm gonna go with just a cup. Because I don't even have like 2 pounds of meat. I have like a pound and a half. Alright, and also it was 2 eggs, so I'm gonna just drop those eggs right on there. I do have it right here. Meat, eggs, breadcrumbs, milk, garlic, parsley, pepper, and cheese. That's the recipe if anybody's trying to keep up. Your meat, which I ended up going with the ground sirloin because I got to the store like late and there was like really not much to choose from. Eggs, I'm just assuming 2 eggs. Breadcrumbs, I went with a cup of breadcrumbs, so I'm gonna go with probably about a half a cup of milk, or even if that much. I don't think it needs to be that much. Garlic powder. Usually it's like a teaspoon. Did I ever get it open? Usually it may be like a half a teaspoon. How did I get breadcrumbs all over there? Usually like a half a teaspoon of seasoning. So some of these things are starting to make sense. Starting to make sense. And I just feel like that might be a lot. So yeah, half a teaspoon. I'm gonna do a half a teaspoon of garlic. You think that's too much? Should I do less than that? What's that? A fourth of a teaspoon of garlic powder. Let's go with a fourth of a teaspoon because this is garlic powder. Yeah, that's what I said, not garlic salt. I'm gonna go with a fourth of a teaspoon because I'm using a seasoned. Okay, we'll go to half. I like garlic. All right, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, but I am using a seasoned breadcrumb, not a plain breadcrumb, so I'm a little worried about that. And then it says some pepper. I'm gonna add in some onion powder because I'm in the South, and everything in the South starts with onion. Even though I'm not putting any onion in the meatball itself. Ground sirloin has less flavor. You may need more seasoning. You think? I was so mad because I really wanted to get, and I was trying to order my groceries from another store, but because of the rain, they ended up talking about a 4 to 5 hour delivery. And I was like, why a 45? First, when I started the order, it was like, oh, we can get it to you in an hour. Then it went to 2 hours. Then, of course, with the storm, it jumped to 5 hours. It was like, I'm like, what? Hey there, Alexis. Hey, C Jewel. Stop by to say hi. Hello there, the artist. And so I was like, but you notice when you are cooking Italian, there's not a lot of seasoning. They don't go in on the seasoning. So wait a minute, where were we at? So I am adding in some onion powder, so that may help. And I'm gonna go ahead with half a teaspoon instead of a I don't think it's gonna hurt anything. I'm gonna go with a half a teaspoon. So I hear you on that extra seasoning. But I noticed in a lot of the recipes, it might not even call for like salt and pepper. But I know this one does say pepper. This one does say pepper, which we're gonna put a fourth of a teaspoon of pepper. Yeah. Might as well do it all right. Might as well be all the same. Let's see what a half teaspoon is. So that's a lot. I'm gonna sneeze in a minute. I don't need to be sneezing. Alright, got a half teaspoon of pepper. Not a half, a fourth of a teaspoon. I'm sorry, a fourth teaspoon of pepper. Good idea. Wait. Go back. Good idea. Wait a minute, what I missed. My Italian dad added soy sauce. Ooh. Now you know what I mean. When I think about meatloaf, yeah. Um, but this one, I've already gone two things above what they would normally have. Let me see. And I really want to put some onion in there, but I'm not gonna do onion because I know it's not a thing. It's not a thing. So the next thing is gonna be the cheese. Let me get a picture of this right quick. Try not to get good shadow. Try not to get shadow all on it. All right, so I season onion powder, garlic powder, and pepper. A cup of we did a cup of breadcrumbs, and then there's the cheese, Pecorino Romano. Wait, is that what I'm doing? Yep. I think we might be doing a little something here, y'all. And I'm gonna go, and I know she did a cup and a half of cheese, but again, I don't know what measurement that they actually did. So we're gonna do a cup, and that's pretty much okay. A container. How many ounces is that? Just 4 ounces. Okay. Let's just go ahead and go with all that cheese in there. We'll just go ahead and go with all the cheese, cause I have enough cheese to go with the other things. So all that cheese went in there, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So now I'm gonna get one with the cheese. I'm gonna go in with my hand. I'm just gonna get this egg mixing up here. My first breadcrumb meatball, y'all. Look at the green. Isn't that awesome? It's a little weird. It's a little weird. Meat and cheese. Meat and cheese always gets me. It looks good. Meat and cheese throws me off though. I need the egg to come on and do what it does. Where's my egg? This is weird. It's definitely colorful. I don't know where my egg went. Feel like I might want to do a. And another thing too. Let's have a discussion on this. I noticed she fried it in oil, and I was like, okay, because you know me, I would have put it in the oven so I could walk away. But yeah, I might need another egg. I feel like I need another egg on this. Um, like I said, I noticed she fried it in oil, and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I might need another egg on that. Oh, you know what? I forgot my milk. That's what it is. Did I say milk? Yeah, I forgot my milk. I don't need an egg. Okay, I got all kind of milk going on here. Let me see. And I don't know. I don't have measurements on there, but I'm gonna think about maybe third of a cup of milk. I don't need a lot. We're gonna go a third of a cup of milk in there. Either a third or a fourth. It depends, right? I see pan frying in oil and baking in the oven. I was thinking about baking it in the oven. That was my thought. I thought it would have been something. Okay, that's not enough milk. You see that thing just drink this? It just drink up all the milk, y'all. But it does feel a little bit better. It just drink up all the milk. Now keep in mind, I have no idea what the consistency is supposed to feel like. But this is pretty interesting. And then too, my mind is still stuck on on the bread kneading I've been doing all this time. It looks good. I really love the consistency of it. I love the look of it. I got a bunch of bread right here that I need to incorporate. I'm gonna go with a little bit more milk. So maybe whatever I said for the milk. It's eating this milk up, y'all. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. So let me see. Meat, eggs, breadcrumbs, milk, garlic powder, parsley, pepper, and cheese. I'm kneading like bread. I'm like, wait a minute, let me just mix this stuff on up. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. So now I'm just gonna get all this out the way and just roll up my roll up my meatballs. Cook a meatball in a pan to check for seasoning. You think I should? You think I really need to taste it? Cause it's going in some sauce. Man, that smells so good. That really smells good. Oh my God. Think it might need some salt? What do you think? Can you show the meatballs, please? You think I might need some salt? So that's in a minute. It's fairly fragrant. So I'm hoping, and I went with garlic salt and not garlic salt and onion powder. So I'm hoping it's seasoned pretty well. But again, Italian cooking is for our taste. It's, I don't want to say bland. It just doesn't carry a lot of flavor. Salt it after cook. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Because it's going in the sauce. I mean, I've never had Italian food that was like full of seasoning. That's what I do. Check the seasoning of the meatball. Oh, like, okay, I got you. Wait a minute, like, just cook a little bit of it, a little one. Let me see. You might be on to something there. While I roll these up, I will fry one off right quick and give it a little taste. Let's pinch off a little bit. I'm just gonna pinch off a little bit. I'm hungry. Looks tasty. I'm hungry too. I was starving all day. I was starving oil. Then we put a little oil in this pan, and we're gonna fry this off and see if we need to flavor it. I feel you on that. That's why I love having you guys on, because you have so many wonderful suggestions. So we're going to cook a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit of it with cheese and bread and so forth. I don't need to cook it. What's going on? I'm just going to cook one out, because I'm not cooking these. I'm going to prep those. So we'll let that cook. Where's my, I need to get my pan ready. Got a little bit of parchment paper. Nope, that says plastic. Oh, my paper. My parchment. Yeah, I thought I was going to be feeling a little bit better than I am. But I feel like I'm getting weaker by the minute. And I was like, oh, it's going to hang out. And I see that it's like already 9. So what I want to do, My first meatball is I'm going to take a little bit and I'm going to go ahead and give it a roll. I need to wet my hands. But there we go. We got us some meatballs. It smells so good, y'all. Oh my God, they smell so good. I can't tell you guys how good they smell. Can y'all see that? Should I go this way? Yeah. Feel like that. Mixed in a little bit more of that bread. Oh, I'm telling you. Oh, I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, I want to go home and make some pasta and meatballs. It's already 10 p.m. here, y'all. Already 10 p.m. They're so pretty. I can see now that I think about the fact that they have all these ingredients, I can see frying it in some oil. A little lonely meatball frying over there. They smell so good. I need to get that milk back in the fridge. This is a pretty good bunch, y'all. So definitely a pretty good bunch. It's gonna be a nice lunch tomorrow. I'll tell you that much. So I'll go live. I'm gonna probably go live about noon and knock these out for lunch. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking about tonight. Just think you California time 6. Hey there, lady. 6 o'clock California time. Hopefully we don't sit out smoking them. I just forgot about that meatball. There it is. Then I say I just forgot about that meatball. It's going 9 o'clock in Tennessee. Man, I wish we were on Central Time. No, honey, it is every bit of 10 o'clock here. I have more than I thought. And a couple of them were kind of big. One, two, three, four, 16, 18. I'm gonna end up with about 20. That's pretty good. About 20 meatballs. That's not bad. Last one, last one. It smells so good with that cheese and the breadcrumbs. Oh my God. Mm. All right. Now, do we bake or we fry? What is the consensus of the room? Any Italians up in the room? Do I have any Italians in the room? There we go. Our meatballs. And YouTube, I forget YouTube's hanging out up above. I need to go check the YouTube camera. There we go. So I did about 1.5 pounds of ground sirloin because pretty much they only had a couple options left at the store. My opinion, baked. A cup of breadcrumbs. A little bit more than a cup. What was it? How many ounces? About 4 ounces of cheese. 4 ounces of the cheese. Parsley. Half teaspoon of garlic salt. Half teaspoon of onion powder. I added onion powder, was not included in the recipe. 2 eggs, and then maybe half cup of milk, and some pepper. So meat, eggs, breadcrumb, milk, garlic powder, onion powder, parsley, and pepper and cheese. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. A girl done made some meatballs fried, then that's what I was thinking, like brown them, because in the recipe wants them like brown, and then she fried them up, and then she went in, of course, cooked them some more in the sauce. That was the thing with that, which I thought was pretty cool. But I noticed they ate a couple of them. They tasted them. They ate a couple when she fried them in the oil. I'm just washing up some of these dishes that I've used. And I think she fried them in vegetable oil. But I'm just like, because normally here, now keep in mind, this was in some little village over in Italy. But here, it's just about something about putting ground beef in oil. Give me just a second, guys. Let me rinse off some of these dishes, because being that it is so late at night, I don't want to have to one of the things I don't want to do is have to stay in the kitchen any longer than I have to when I get ready to get up out this joke. I really want to start that pasta, y'all. I really want to start that pasta. I do really want to do the pasta, because it won't take that long. At least if I I'll knock it out tomorrow. I'll knock the pasta out tomorrow. But I'm just thinking the other thing we have to do is, I'm trying to think. There's 3 elements I'm combining here from 3 recipes. So like the meatballs, let me taste this other meatball we had over here. It's kind of hot. It might be too hard. Oh Lord, let's see. Yeah, definitely need some salt. was that? Who was that that hit that on the head? Definitely need some salt. With the ground sirloin, and then of course with the breadcrumbs and the cheese, it's taking over. It's not necessarily adding to it as much as I thought. Even though it's real aromatic. Yeah, definitely needs some. I'm glad you said that. So I'm gonna hit it off with a little bit of salt. Although I think too, if I was to, where's my lemonade? I feel like I need more garlic. Probably could have done a little bit more pepper. Y'all, did I only put one egg in there? Why is this egg sitting here? Did I only use one egg? I sure did. I only used one egg. And you know, and that's the thing, my concern is they made such a huge batch. I didn't know. That's why I cook test patty before rolling a whole bunch. Exactly. Because I want to like mix this up and now go in. But that's again, it's like, I'm concerned because it tastes Italian. Like where they stop at is like yeah. But now I'm like thinking about Southern cooking, and I feel, honey, they're gonna want some seasoning. So now I'm like, I'm about to mix this back up, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't put the egg. I'm missing the egg. The egg was still sitting there. Remember, I added more milk. That's a duo if ever I saw one. Bump up the seasoning in the salt. I could mix this back up, honey. I ain't. Yeah. Because even Italian seasoning to me, I always try to add. Where's my bowl? You think I want? Look, y'all, we're gonna do a do-over. Because I got to have some seasoning. And I didn't do the egg. I need the egg to be in there. Because then I'm afraid with the sirloin, it would have been sirloin, it's a little bit different. I know you're going to redo them. Yeah, because I'm thinking if it was ground beef, it'd be okay. But like you said, that sirloin, it took it a whole nother way. It went a whole nother direction. Dang it. That is so interesting. So this is where we bridge the cultural gap, right? This is where we bridge the cultural gap, because if I don't season this all day tomorrow, everybody's will be adding salt to their food, and I don't want that to happen. What's happening? We are trying to bridge a cultural gap. That conversation that keeps coming up between cultures about seasoning. And so, the recipe, this is one of those moments like Oprah. Remember Oprah got to the end like, did we add salt? I ain't trying to have that kind of recipe. We're at and it's not an impasse. There's a cultural difference going on right about now. Oh, I like food talks. Yeah. We're having a cultural conversation, because I have, according to the recipe, which I even added in the onion powder, because literally the recipe was meat, eggs, breadcrumbs, milk, garlic powder, parsley, pepper, and cheese. There's no salt, there's no other seasoning in there. And we get to the end, and I've cooked one, and I'm like, okay, wait. What I don't want to do, and no cook wants to see people seasoning their food after it's been plated and it's gorgeous and all of that. So back to the drawing board. We're gonna go. I'm gonna add in this egg. I'm gonna add in the missing egg. I know, I didn't even get like a picture. Let me do my do-over picture. Hold on. It's so pretty though. It was pretty though. Add more parm. I have the I think it has enough cheese. I added in the whole package of cheese. I think it just needs a little bit of seasoning, but that's still gorgeous. Oh, look at that. That's so gorgeous. Okay, hold on. I gotta put this out there because it's gonna be funny. About to remix these meatballs. Alrighty, Diane. Okay. Alright, so give me a second. Let me find my stuff. Let me find my stuff, honey. Did I not? Oh, wait a minute. I did get two of those. I thought I got another thing, though. Hold on. Alright, I'm going to go in with some Chipotle. The missing egg. Hold on, what I missed. I also put some pasta sauce in the meat. I won't do. I love that. I did that. I tried to put some sauce in my meatloaf one time, and it didn't work well for me. It did not work well for me. And I have some pasta sauce sitting here, but no. I had such it did my meatloaf did not come together at all. I was like, what? I would have thought that would have been like so perfect. Alright, so and yesterday I went out yesterday, I bought replenished my seasonings. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Chipotle roasted garlic. Because we got garlic in there anyway. And y'all know how I like to do. I'm coming over and bringing the wine, definitely honey. So we're gonna add a little bit more seasoning to the meatloaf. I mean the meatballs. Going with a little bit of Chipotle Roasted Garlic. That shouldn't take us too far away. We got another egg in there. And we're going to go ahead and get this mixed up. They were so gorgeous. Smell good though. Oh my God, smells so good. I missed that comment. I'll get it. YouTube is still hanging out with us. I hope you guys are still up now on YouTube. Let me check YouTube. Oh, cool. Okay. So YouTube is still hanging out. All right, so now we're just gonna, again, we just went in with a little bit more seasoning. And now that smells good. Now that smells like my kitchen right there. This smells like it'll make a great meatloaf. Oh my God. And then too, this color, the new color, based on the Chipotle, which has the smoked paprika in there. You know, sister gotta have her paprika. All right. Feel like I want to add a little bit more breadcrumb, but now I feel like a real fat consistency to it. Let me get a little oil on my hand. Why is my stove still on? Get that stove off. And then we're gonna knock these out right quick. That's a little too big. Now it should be a pro. Yeah, we have bridged the cultural gap. We have bridged the cultural gap. That's why the little old ladies, look, the seasoning thing. Where y'all going? He going out. That's why them little old ladies don't have high blood pressure like we got. They ain't put all this seasoning. I had to redo my meatballs and add some seasoning so you don't waste the meat. What you mean wasted? No, I just dumped it back in and redid it. I hadn't cooked it yet. What are you talking about?
What you talking about?
No, I had rolled them all up, but I had to unroll them and add. I forgot an egg, and I add some seasoning. Oh no, you didn't. It feels like you know what it is? It's getting moist too much. I need to get them in the fridge. They're feeling like the fat is coming out of it. Yeah, fat's coming out of it. It wet my hand. That oil is. Man, it smells so good though. Wow. What's the wow? How many did we have the first time? 20? Yeah, I think they're about ready to be chilled. I'm trying to keep my hands all nice and wet. So we're prepping our meatballs for lunch tomorrow. Good food. We're prepping meatballs. We're gonna do 2 types of pasta tomorrow. But the pastas don't have meat in them, and so I'm decided to try meatballs. Now, this is my first time cooking with breadcrumbs, because I always rebuked breadcrumbs. I always thought that was something from the Depression era. Good food. I always thought using breadcrumbs was something from the Depression era. It was their way of stretching the meat. And I was like, we live such a plentiful lifestyle these days. I guess I can put them. I guess I better put them next to each other so they'll maintain the moisture. They'll maintain their moisture. They look so pretty, y'all. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yeah, we got about a good 20 coming out of here. 20 plus. Oh. This is going to be so good because tomorrow, when I come on about noon, I'm going to be making the pasta, or making pasta from scratch. But I gotta decide on the recipe if I want to go 80-20 on all-purpose and semolina. Somebody finally gave me a store, not near here, but a store where I can go and get some double O flour. But again, the recipe, the pasta recipe, I gotta figure out, I gotta reduce it down because the recipes the one that I want to make, she uses a kilo of flour, 11 eggs. So I've got to reduce that down. I was like, I don't even know that many people to feed. Because already when you do pasta, you're already going to end up with twice as much as you start with. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 22. We ended up about 22 meatballs. 22 meatballs, y'all. 22 meatballs. What is it? Breadcrumbs is the best. So you say, huh? Tatiana's in the building. Make sure you follow Tatiana. She is live. As a matter of fact, I'm going to come on live tomorrow. And when y'all say, DryerBuzz, where you rushing off to? I'm rushing off air so that Tatiana can take over. She comes on, by the time my food is done, Tatiana is on with Mediascope and all things news, tech, and pop culture. And that's why when I'm rushing off on Wednesday, when I can't get it all done on Tuesday, I'm rushing off so I can go and watch her. She comes on Periscope. She's on Periscope and Facebook. And I think she's about to break off from YouTube with this new stuff that's going on YouTube because people are watching now on their Fire Stick. And people, hopefully you guys are watching me on your Fire Stick. You can go to the channel on YouTube. Just cleaning up some of the mess here. If you want to binge on Buzz, go and add us on your YouTube. Download the YouTube app on your Fire Stick, and so that way you can lean back, and watch DryerBuzz. Okay, there we go. We got our meatballs. We had to redo our meatballs for those of you that are coming in because we had to bridge the cultural gap of seasoning. So I had to go back and add some spice and little extra spices. Again, this was meat, 2 eggs, meat, eggs, breadcrumbs, milk, garlic powder, parsley, pepper, and cheese. I also added in some onion powder, and then I hit it off with some Chipotle Roasted Garlic seasoning, so that I didn't do like salt or anything like that. My first time using breadcrumbs. This is a cup of, I use a pound and a half of ground meat, whatever you want to use, 2 eggs, a cup of breadcrumbs, a half a cup of milk, a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, a half a teaspoon of onion powder, and about a half a cup of parsley, I don't know, how about a half a cup of parsley chopped, and a fourth of a teaspoon of pepper, and then 4 ounces of the cheese. Okay, so that went in. So that's pretty much it. Do we want to just chill these tonight, or do you want to go ahead and cook them?
No, let it marinate.
Let it marinate. She wants this to marinate. So what we're going to do is cover this up and let that go into the fridge. And as a matter of fact, what I'm going to do with it, do a little bit more than that. I'm going to go ahead and put it in one of our containers here. What you trying to say?
Come on, he hungry.
And you know what? I got this other phone and I didn't even turn on the Instagram. Do I want to prep my tomatoes? What else do I want? I don't think I want to do anything else, y'all. We already 10:23. God bless me. That's my birthday. Um,
You ready?
that's gonna be good. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end there, guys, because I am tired and I feel like I'm getting a little bit weak and I'm fighting this cold. I need to get this lemonade down. But I think that's it. Let's just stop here because tomorrow I feel like I'm stepping on something. What did I waste? I'm gonna have a horrible cough tomorrow. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm about to spike this lemonade. That's what I'm going to do. What you need? You need me? Just let him.
Let me.
What? Tomorrow. So we're not going on the road trip tomorrow.
That's you.
So want to make this for lunch tomorrow then?
That's gonna be done.
No, I don't think it's gonna be dinner.
Why not?
Cause I gotta make pasta. I mean, we can make it and then come back home to it. But I need to go. I need to live stream in the morning at noon. I said we do this for lunch tomorrow.
If you got a lot there, no, we can't. Anyway, we're gonna be able to go somewhere.
No, this ain't even a lie. The pasta ain't. The pasta don't take but 2 minutes to cook. That's the thing I love about the fresh pasta. Now, it might take me about a few tries to get it right, but it only takes. What is it doing?
No, I'm sorry. Listen, how long you been alive? When you be alive.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get off now, so then tomorrow I can go ahead and knock out the dough tonight, and just come in and cut the dough tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll do that, and then the dough can be chilled tomorrow. I'm trying to think if I can do the dough. Wait a minute, I missed that. I'm on this other device. I can't grab the comment unless there is a comment. But I'm thinking about. See, I'm still undecided on the recipe for the pasta.
That's it. Come on. Don't play with me. Don't do this.
Cause I have one more thing to do. I got the
That's
bacon, the tomatoes. I feel like in my head, I feel like I'm making two pastas. I feel like I'm making 2 dishes. Meatballs don't even go in the dish. That's just gonna be available, but I feel like I got two things to do. One, I'm gonna spike my lemonade with some rum. And then I'm gonna sleep really well. Okay, so I just did about half of that, but it's not quite half. Oh my God, it smells like alcohol. Keep in mind, I haven't had any alcohol in a year, 2 years. Laughing out loud. I'm serious, Tati. I decided not to drink while I was going through the grieving process, so I'm just now getting back to drinking. And not only am I gonna spike that, I'm gonna add me a couple of my raspberry ice. I have ice cubes, my lemonade ice cubes. And I didn't have to make it a lemonade today. We're trying to decide because we were thinking tomorrow we were supposed to go. I need to get a couple of gadgets, but I'm not. We were going for some retail therapy tomorrow. Cannot get this out of this ice tray. It drives me wild. We were going to do a little retail therapy at the outlets tomorrow. But because I've already bought a gadget this month, I don't think I need to buy anything else. Let me see. Nighttime lemonade is much better, exactly, especially when you put some rum in it. So, on that note, guys, I think I'm about to, I don't think there's much else I can do. She wants to let the meatballs marinate, so I won't cook those tonight. But tomorrow, meet me here at lunchtime. I'm going to roll out the pasta. Oh, speaking of marinade, why don't we go ahead and mix up the stuffing? I'm not going to toast y'all just yet. So, I'm going to do that. Let's do that. The stuffing is actually... Wait a minute. I can't marinate the stuffing. Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. I forgot I gotta cook the spinach. I think it's cooked spinach, right? Isn't it cooked spinach? Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. We'll do that one tomorrow. Yeah, I think I'm tired. I'm losing it. So tomorrow, all right. So we got the meatballs. We're gonna let the meatballs marinate. Tomorrow, tagli. Wait a minute. Tagliatelle. Flour, which is flour and eggs. That's it. Okay, so you make your pasta dough, you let it rest. The filling is going to be some ricotta. See, it said even a kilo of ricotta. I'm like, lady. Okay, the filling is ricotta, nutmeg, 2 eggs, salt, and spinach with garlic, and Parmigiano Reggiano. So that's the cheese for that tomorrow. So, and you spread your mixture, fold it, cut it. That's all we gotta do. The sauce is oil, bacon, chopped tomatoes, some tomato sauce, and then add in a little bit of cream at the end. That's it. And see how simple that is? But what we realize is the only gap is on that seasoning. It will forever come down to the seasoning, and that's the difference with us all over the world and all of our many cultures. All right, guys. I said live cooking meatballs. We even had a do-over. It's been long enough. I had fun. I hope you guys had fun. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to give you guys a good toast. I hope y'all have a great night. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I hope I'm feeling a little bit better, and I think I will be once I sleep this off. All right. Gary, cool, cheers. All right, good night, guys. Hey, Celsi, I didn't see you come in. Good night. Thank you. Patty. Can you come and in my YouTube so I can have a picture stuff and my thumbnail will cut off? No, you won't. You just gonna press stop, buddy. Look at that, he going right over to the camera. I'm tired, YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tomorrow at noon, we're going to finish this up unless you heard all I just said to them. So, the meatballs.
What's X?
It's X, yeah.